When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda. People power. Our power. People power. Jamani mkuvedio tuwe sala. Ayo no, itu tupai pangkuan. Itu kan. Kita ikan ini cuma kogere kuno betul. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Ya Allah, Allah tuli mu kitundu kino umaka gwaife ya Allah ekitulese tikindi wabula Allah kutereza nsi yaife. Allah tuzira musango na gona gutwiziza. Allah tukusaba ya Allah muifwe Allah tubanga tulimu omuntu alina ekisayiso okuboneka nti oyanukula duwa yaife ya Allah. Saba Allah muiseko wikaikamu Allah yetonde gyoli mukusiriikirira okw'amaanyi Allah otwanukule. Allah olugendo tulutandiiseeku. Allah watukoba nti abo abajja okuyita gyendi abajja okunsaba Allah bw'ojja okwanukula. Allah tukoze buli kimu ekisobola okuyitirwaku Allah saala yaife n'edduwa yaife Allah okutwanukula. Allah omuntu alitukulembera mu beni bw'amateeka Allah weno okidde bulungi. Allah omuntu gwawa amafuta gwawa amaani mu iwanga lino Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu pulezidenti waife Allahu tabaraka wa taala yabangula akalulu. Allah tuli kusaba busabe otutolere bwekijinze kiri mu maiso Allah Uganda efune emirembe. Allah tukusaba batunigiriza Allah baanukule duwa yaabwe Allah batuviire mu nsi yaife ya Allah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamdun majid. Wa barik Allah Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamdun majid. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wa alaikumussalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Abataka mwekyamide Mr. President, we are privileged once again this morning and anxious to hear from the leadership of the National Unity Platform in the ongoing of the politics of this country. Amid this, Mr. President, our leaders, just right beside you is the Deputy President, Her Excellency Lena Zedriga, is with us. This morning, my mother was wondering where you do exercises from. You were doing something and it made you look younger. I saw many running away from the front line, but you kept going. Thank you, Mama. Mr. President, also we have our Secretary General, David Lewis is with us. We have our party spokesperson and our leader of opposition, Honorable Joel Senyon. We do have Mutu Wawatu, our head of mobilization, Chairman Nyanzi, you're most welcome. We do have honorable members of parliament, Mr. President, with us. We have the Honorable Doctor, my friend, the Honorable Dr. Chiaga Hilary, you're most welcome, popularly known as Daman. We have the Honorable Zake Francis Butevi is with us, so most welcome. We have the Honorable Geoffrey Utaya is with us, coming from Maputo. We have the Honorable Kaemba Solo. Once Honorable, always Honorable. We also have Honorable Paul Mwiru from Jinja East constituency. Mr. President, we do have members of NEC. I want to introduce to you Mr. Kaluya. Please, Mr. Kaluya, stand up. I would seek that we all clap for that gentleman, Mr. Kaluya.
Ide no I only babone wabweni. I'm trying to tell him they will only see the face. Is Mr. Kaluya, you can go back and sit. Go and have lunch with the president. We want to thank you for your organization in Busoga. It was very impressive. I had not done a tour. This is my first one, and I can't wait tomorrow or the other day. So thank you very much, Mr. Kaluya. You have restored hope in our hearts who thought that there was a vacuum. With us, members next, I have the head of training, Pastor Mwanguzi. You're most welcome. The Busoga, stand up just for recognition. Mr. President, abaona abakulembeze ba Busoga bo balinze bwa firimbi nti ate kibendo tandikire wandi bo baliko bantire Busoga tuliji bawine ebisobola ebisigaire tujja kusobola okubitambuza. I want to recognize leaders from
Oli ku Shalom Television Uganda. Subscribe to the channel. Tambule. Dr. Enzaem Zenkoleza ne President Robert Chagulanyi Ssentamu.
Leaders from Mbale, veteran Seven Clamsiza. We have all leaders, councillors. We have the Right Honourable Speaker of KCC. You are most welcome. Speaker Zahara. We have Alice Nanungi from Masaka. Tuja Masaka in the program Katulinde, and of course the media. We are very grateful to you, the media and the foot soldiers. We are very, very grateful. And all of you leaders, wow. We have Dr. Ndiwalana, also a member of Parliament. Balibo Limbo, I have seen you. We are with you in heart and in physique. So thank you very much. Councillors, you're most welcome. Seman, you're most welcome. All the councillors, please, you can stand up for recognition. You're most welcome. Those are our councillors from Busoga. You're most welcome. Hajat, you're most welcome. Councillor Kata, Bulot Councillor. And then the whipping councillor is also with us. You're all most welcome. To you, the media, you're most welcome. We are glad that we are here. We are not going to take a lot of time because we are out of what we're supposed to do. But I want to say just 2 words, and then I'll invite the Secretary again. We are very grateful to the leadership of the National Unity Platform at Busoga for always trusting us at this towards this liberation struggle. Busoga has been classified for a long time as the bedrock of poverty, and this poverty has given us all the effects, the negative effects a region can have brewing out of poverty. You one time had to sit as a country and fix a bigger problem in our side. We are not ashamed to talk about it because it is the regime that has put us there. Formally, and there's a lot of force, Mr. President, in Busoga. There's a lot of blackmail in Busoga against National Unity Platform, against the leaders of the National Unity Platform, and against the issues that the National Unity Platform stands for. Because for me, Mr. President, I have understood that we stand for people power, and we stand to liberate this country for equality, equity, and fairness for all. And even those issues are doubted by our blackmailers. But the people of Busoga, we want to thank you, all of you, wherever you are, who gave out these 2 days as public holidays to defeat the blackmail, to defeat the negative energy. You gave us hope. For us who have been speaking for you, the Busoga, we were very excited. That is General Sauda Madada. I saw General Sauda Madada, Mr. President, riding from Jinja to Kamuli on a donkey. Probably she's part of the reasons we are stopped. So we as Busoga and those, I want to speak on behalf of the leaders to the people of Busoga. You gave us more energy to stand for those issues that we are standing for. You gave us more energy. You showed us that you are listening to what we are telling you, that our country that our country needs the Mwananchi to stand up and uplift themselves. To you, the people of Busoga, we are very grateful. We can promise you, the leaders from Busoga, we are going to do whatever it is necessary to always be at the forefront of liberating our country. Because once we are at the forefront, we are definitely sure that you, the people of Busoga, never again shall you be minimized on sharing the national cake. If you look at our road infrastructure, if you look at our health system, if you look at even the education, Mr. President, all the schools, if you ever visited Namasagali, you would wonder. And Namasagali, the proprietor of Namasagali is still alive, but the school is dead. So we are very grateful that the National Unity Platform has given us this platform. We are very grateful that we as leaders, you've supported us, and we promise that we will follow with loyalty. With loyalty, Mr. Secretary General, with the leaders of Busoga, we will follow with loyalty the whims and directions of our party without any doubt or say from anybody. We will do that because you have manifested that you are behind us. Mr. President, let me ask the Busoga to come behind me, and I say these words in Lusoga, and then I will invite the Secretary General. Mungane echo tuchikole mbwangu. Abasoga mwideno togere ebigambo bino mu Lusoga. Zena msoko nkuba kwa kalulu mwantolawo nawo ndi omuzindalo ekyo mutakoba nti omusada atwese ko twikaikania. Swengere Mr. President yankobye nti emirimu gimugemere ku radio nakali amawa ali mu koti. Busoga 1 is actually broadcasting this press conference live. And even yesterday we were with them live. Baba TV was with us live, I'm told. I'm not yet sure. Yes, live. And they are still with us now live. We are very grateful. Mwebale ino mwebale tegera nti muli Busoga era nti muraninga project sedi okuyamba Busoga okwenunula. Baba Busoga wano yetandikire kuti yabaire live era waiswa huyu alikwogera yemerera bakubone waiswa aha muna mawulire bana mungani mbyogere kulwa imu kali twende okwebaza Mr. President gwe twagulika erina lya Ngobi okwesiga Abasoga bamaze ibanga nga tibatwesiga yemerera utafwayo yemerera mukulwaikiriza simyo yemerera ate ebigambo tulikwogera bya lutalo. Mr. President, twende okwebaza National Unity Platform okurecognizinga n'okusembeza Abasoga timwakoma kukutuwa biketezo byakukulembera mu kibiina kino, giving us a new direction of leadership. Kubanga ye Busoga tubaire tuzira direction ya bukulembeze nga tulyaganaaga Narebu Paulo mwira aliwa ye mule kasete wano yene oidono muleyi. Mr. President, abakulembeze Busoga ng'okubafuna mwira ono yaliyo kunabakulembeze nga basatu. Ayo olwaleero nti olina Abasoga nga bakulembeze basobola okwemerera wano ate nga bangi kyododo basigaire waka, abandi nga bwe twabaire emikolo bakateekateeka, abandi babaire balowooza titulikukeera bugweri era bambaire engoye dda bugweri balinze kiva eno. Ayo Abasoga baidi nti mujja kubongera omukisa era babiiremu memale mujje mubiketeza ebindi. Lwaki Abasoga bali kuwaayo omwoyo? Kubanga mwabasembeza mwategeera ebizibu byaibwe. Leero Busoga neni nayo obwavu. Bw'oba oyenda okwogera ku bwavu mu Uganda osooka kwogera ku Busoga me waayogera ku bitundu ebindi. Ni Kalameja twagibisa enfunza daatuluma imwe mwene mwayemeramu akuba nti bateekwa ebigere mu mafuta banaakola batya. Aye nga gavumenti ekyo kyeyinza okola ki teringirire kiri kuva ku ki ti muteekwa bigere mu mafuta mwedaaterera. Aye nga kiri kuva ku bwavu. So okwiddako mu bukulembeze n'ekibiina kino ekye-NUP kiri kutangaaza Abasoga ekisooka okwenigiramu. Aye ekisinga kuba kikulu okuyikiririza mu bukulembeze bwa National Unity Platform mututembeete paka kutola ku nakyemalire oyo Museveni Yoweri. Baba omusaada oyo azira wakalakaite bubi nga wakalakaite Basoga ye naatuuka ere yasiima nti nga muli baavino. Ye namwe naatuuka ere nakyemalire yakuba nti aye bano nga mbatuusiza wala. Ye nawe yatutuusa tiyasuubira titulituuka waye we tuli. Eisuubi lirimu imwe Abana Uganda abali mu National Unity Platform abali kulafubana. nenzo okwebaza abasoga ku lw'obukulembeze bwa National Unity Platform nife abakulembeze baimwe ido mwatuwaire amaanyi mangi kuba oluusi tujja twakuba nti bwelogosa tebali kuwuliriza amaanyi agabateereibwaku okubalimba byetuli ni byetutali okulwanisa ekibiina kya National Unity Platform aye nimukoba nti be oide omusoga bwakoba nti be Mr. President yabakobye aye kuluno bakoba nti NRM zizi bakoba nti be era NRM tejja kwiramu kwegazaniza ku kyalo kyaife. Mwebale ino mwebalirala abantu b'e Busoga kitujja kubatiitirira tujja kukola bwire na musana era Mr. President omulundi guno tulikuleeta etiimu n'olibona bamwiru bali wano bakaluya bali wano Pastor Muwanguzi wuno Seeka wuno onoliita mama Mayuge sete no bakubone toli mweru ino omweru n'abewala n'abakulembeze bonna be mulikola Mr. President tujjakola omulimu kuluno tujja kukola omulimu kubanga tutegeire nti amazima wano wonkana abajja okutaasa abasoga. Webale ino webalirala lwaki bemereire wano balinze bwamawulire nti tulikwira muli kubanga ife Busoga twatulese eno nti abantu bali kutuvuma abeeka muli baba abeeka muli bali kutuvuma nti imwera mwamukomya buwolero ti musirikirire tujja kuba wamawulire President wa Imwengo Kyagulanyi Robert Sentamu aidakola kyona ekisoboka atalage mu Busoga muna kudde mwatuwa era ife twadidikire yalinga public holiday nibwoko bencho era abantu nga amaduuka bayigala benda bwakumoga kunategeera tulikwira kuki nga bana Uganda. Mwebale ino mwebalirala kutuwa bwesige nga abasoga tituli baswaza ife nga abakulembeze. Mwebale ino mwebalirala tida kubandulaye mwena mwene babwene olegwe mu bwene ali mukakofiira oyo Kanyama Kanyama bamweta Bobi Giant kale muje mwetyamire mwebale ino mwebalirala kasikali wayi kasikali mukoti mwebale ino mwebalirala. Mr. President, I can tell you when you see such groups of people from as far as Busoga, it is reason for us to clap ourselves. Abasoga mwekubireko mungalo na kalulu. It is not a press conference for Busoga, but yesterday our president was disturbed and we are warning security. Ngobi mumuzanikize wandi timumuzanikiza Busoga. Ngobi muje mumuzanikize wa France Ukraine ayere Busoga ekyo mukivweko tikida kusoboka. Mwebale ino mwebalira kumpuliriza tijja kwongera ebigambo bindi mungane ndete Secretary General w'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform nambona yena ngavaire wobulo aide ayogere ku yetuli sebo Mr. Secretary General.
Bugalo wa isaba nani people power our power. You'll forgive me, my voice is not the best. We ate a lot of tear gas yesterday. Era naye edobozi likyaliyo terina pondoka. Mr. President, Deputy President, Leader of the Opposition in Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Head of Mobilization, Chairman Nyanzi banange ubirako ku bantu okungemu. Yeah, I want to appreciate first of all the leaders who led the charge yesterday on our way to Kamuli, and of course that's why I have to recognize him, because as the head of mobilization, that is his activity, and he was the one leading us in terms of the organizational work, although the main person was our president who was going out to meet his people. As you all know, we rolled out and announced our nationwide tour and formally notified the police as required by the law. The laws of Uganda say that if you want to hold a public meeting, public gathering, you should notify. And it should be very clear that the law does not say you should ask for permission. It is to notify them, which we did. Unfortunately, these people have not responded to us in writing. We wrote to them, they did not write to us. We just had media reports that one Mr. Enanga was somewhere saying that we did not notify them first of all, which was a lie. but not unexpected of him, because one time he even talked about Emunyenye, you remember very well. So that he tells lies is not surprising. But the other thing he said was that there is a ban on activities of the National Unity Platform. And we are asking, what kind of ban is that? How can you say that a political party is banned from carrying out activities when other political actors, political parties and other individuals, including illegal ones like PLOU, are allowed to go on and carry out their activities, carry out processions, do all sorts of things, and then they come and say that NUP is not allowed to do its activities. And I think the question we are putting to the police is whether they have now also decided, as they have always done anyway, to go into the political arena, and if they have started already to say that they intend, while we are running a race, they want to tie us with ropes and allow all other political actors to continue running while we are grounded. And of course, that is something that we shall not allow as a National Unity Platform. Having said that, I want to read a letter that we are this afternoon going to deliver to the police. Today, as you know, we were supposed to be in Bugweri district, and we did not because of the violence that was meted out on us yesterday. Those of you who were there saw the kind of violence. Right from Buikwe, they started beating up our people, arresting others. As I speak, we have some of our comrades still stuck in hospitals and that kind of thing. So we decided that we should come and, first of all, officially protest. Because we wrote to them, they did not write back to us. We've just been hearing what they've been saying in the news. So this is a letter addressed to the Inspector General of Police, dated today, and it is titled Protest Against the Brutality Meted Out on Us by the Police and Military on Wednesday, 22nd May 2024, and the illegal obstruction of our activities. Reference is made to ours dated 10th, in which we informed them about our nationwide membership registration, and further reference is made to our letter dated 16th, in which we notified the police of our intended public rallies, mobilization meetings, and radio talk shows in the different districts of Uganda. On Wednesday 22nd, which was yesterday, we set off to Kamuli for our first event. Whereas our team was very peaceful, as you all saw, and law-abiding, a combined force of the police and military responded to us with so much violence and brutality. They used tear gas, live bullets, and pepper spray to disperse peaceful citizens who had gathered to receive us, and most importantly, our president. They also used sticks and batons to beat up several people, some of whom are still admitted in different hospitals. A huge roadblock was mounted to prevent us from entering Kamuli district,
to the channel,
while our people were being subjected to so much violence. Some of our leaders were brutally arrested for trying to organize a lawful meeting. This letter is therefore to strongly protest against these violent and unlawful actions by the police and military against peaceful citizens who were trying to exercise their freedom of assembly guaranteed under Article 29 of the Constitution. Whereas we wrote to you, meaning the police, about our intended activities, we have received no formal response raising any issue with our meetings. We have, however, had media reports wherein Mr. Fred Enanga claimed that we hadn't notified you about our activities, which was false. He also claimed that there is a standing ban on NUP activities without substantiating the reasons, the extent, and the legality of the claimed ban. It would be illegal and partisan for the police to issue a blanket ban on the activities of the National Unity Platform while other political actors go on with their mobilization activities. As you are aware, meaning the police, various political actors, more so those aligned with the NRM, continue to hold processions, public rallies, and media engagements. Why is NUP specifically targeted and being restricted from mobilizing and organizing? We therefore request the IGP, to prevail over the police and other security agencies not to interfere with the rest of our program as communicated to you in the reference letters. If there is any legitimate concerns about our activities, we are ready and available to engage with the police leadership in order to ensure that our activities proceed successfully. Short of that, they will be violating the law, and we shall use everything within our means to take them on. So that is the letter, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe as I conclude, let me say this also, that as NUP we have constantly told you that we write these letters so that we are on record. Not that sometimes even when people say, why do you write this? We want to be on record, and many times you've seen what comes out of being on record. It may not be what you expect, but there are things that come and bite, and sometimes bite in a harder way. But we also believe that eventually there will have to be accountability for all these violations, and it is very important at all times for us to be on the record. So without wasting any time, I want to Uganda. Yeah. Very quickly maybe. Olunaku lwajjo mutulabe nga tugenze Kamuli nga tubadde kigendererwa kyaffe kya kutuuka eri abantu baffe okusingira ddala President waffe nga alina okutuuka ku bantu be abeeyo mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo. Programu yaffe twategeeza dda police ng'amateeka bwe galagira. Amateeka gagamba nti bw'oba oyagala kukola olukungaana bwe lutyo tegeezako poliisi, si kugisaba lukusa. Bw'omala kitegeeza bwe beeyina byeyagala mukwataganeko ebaddamu ne bawandiikira ne bagamba tubadde tulowooza tukozese kuba olina oba tukole bweki tuba bweki, naye bwe batekuwandiikidde kiba kitegeeza terina bwegamba nti ffe tuloote ki kye bagenda okukola. Kati kyo mwalabye byonna bye bakoze ne badeployinga ne bakuba abantu baffe amu ne babasiba ne wetwogerera abantu baffe bali eyo. Bamu betukola nabo wano tebali wano naffe. Lwaki? Kubanga baba tute police e Kamuli ne basulayo, era wetwogerera batugamba abamu bali batwala mu kooti. Abamu nno babasanze ne ku restaurants nga banywamu kacaayi. Kakati osanga otyo omuntu ng'anywa kacaayi n'omugyawo n'omutwala. Of course tuwulidde nti bagezaako okufumba ebisangosango nga bwe bazze bakola. Olunaku lwaleero twali badde mu disitulikiti ya Bugweri, era abantu be babadde batwetegekedde bulungi nnyo. Mbadde njogerako n'abamu ku makya nga olunaku lwaleero kibakoze bubi nnyo okulaba nga tetugenze, naye tusazeewo tujje tukomewo tusobole okuwandiika protest letter oba ebbaluwa ekola ki eyemulugunya. Njagala ekigambo ekiri stronger than that. Obe wakanya okwemulugunya si complaining, eyekalakasa ndowooza people power. Era omwekalakasi onogozaako omulaba. Tusazeewo okuwandiika ebbaluwa eyekalakasa eri poliisi n'okugitegeeza nti bye bakola tebitambula n'amateeka, kubanga ffe twaba notifyinga ne tubawandiikira bulungi nnyo. Ebbaluwa ngibasomedde mu Luzungu, naye omulamu omukulu gweriko ekisobola kwe kubajukiza nti twabawandiikira. Ekyokubiri kwe kubategeeza nti jo bwe tubadde tuwandiikira IGP nti jo bwe tubadde tutandise activities zaffe bakoze effujjo okuviira ddala Buyikwe bridge awo ne bakuba abantu baffe ne bagenda mu maaso kubo lero nerigenda e Kamuli. Ate bwe tugezaako okuyingira Kamuli ne tusanga nga bataddewo amagye ne poliisi. Mulabye ekibaddeyo. Obwengula bonna obwe Kamuli almost n'ebitundu byonna ebiri awo bubadde bujjudde tear gas n'ebirala. So violence ati so bataddeko road block ne bakuba abantu baffe era ne bakwata n'abantu baffe bangi nnyo abadde tebalina musango. So ne tugamba nti tuwandike n'ebbaluwa ebategeeza nti bye bakoze bimenya amateeka. Mwami Enanga gye buvuddeko yavaayo n'agamba nti twabategeeza ekyali kituufu era twateeka ebbaluwa gye twabawa. Mpozi ekyokubiri yavaayo n'agamba nti bo baatuteekako envumbo, baatuteekako bandi tetusobola kukola activities. Kati ne baluwa babuuza lwaki mugamba nti NUP terina kukola activities so nga mmwe mukkiriza abalala bonna ne beetayanga bwe baagala mu ggwanga. Ndowooza gye buvuddeko mubadde mubalaba aba PLU juzi baali Masaka, bo of course tebabeera n'abantu be tubeera nabo, balina okupikinga abantu ne bapangisa zibaasi ne bajja abantu mu bitundu byonna byonna era abamawulire mwabikavalinga nga abamu babanja transport waabwe. Kaakati bwe bakunganyiza eyo bayise ebivulu processions, tetwalaba poliisi bwe vaayo. Juzi mulabye ono Lilian Abe ng'alina omukolo ekitugumu, temulaba processions ebadde bayisa n'ebirala. So tubuuza lwaki bwe kituuka ku NUP bwe beekwasa ne batandika kujja ebisongasonga so nga tekiri mu mateeka ekyo kyonna kye bakola. So twagala babuuza kyemutegeeza NUP mugisibyemu emiguwa ne mugamba tegenda kutambula, naye abalala bonna mubaleke batambule. Tetugamba nti bali nabo babagaane, bali batambule naye naffe batuleke tukole ebyaffe. Enugu bwe nga gye balina yakuba nti tetubeera n'abantu bangi nnyo tetulina kyabakolera. Sorry. Kati Madam Deputy President, let me invite you to invite the President.
Oli ku Shalom Television Uganda, jakusaba subscribe
bweba
tulina president
balina ensonga
ndowooza omukyala amala kwogera then ngata president
gye balina, tuli ready, tuli available, batuyite twogere nabo tubawulirize biki bye bagamba, baleme okutuulayo bakole press conferences. Bwe baba balina ensonga ng'erimu eggumba ekyo mukiwulire nga eri legitimate yonna batuyite tutuule naffe twanjule ensonga zaffe. Webalire.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Secretary General. People power, our power, people power.
Subscribe to the channel, updates zibeera wano ate
Busoga kunga.
nakyagala okunyumiriza nga channel gimanya eri wano subscribe tutambule. Dr. Nzanji.
Your Excellency, the de facto and de jure President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Bobi, Obini, and all the other names, and the Right Honorable Secretary General, the Leader of Opposition, Honorable Joel, and all protocol observed in the interest of time, and you, our allies, in terms of taking our voices there, we do not take it for granted. Yesterday was yet another awakening the great role you play as media people. Yes, we are continuing as per our notice, as per our program, because it is very legal, because it is constitutional. The President is going to talk about it. We are here today by choice to civilly, in a civil manner, communicate and address and recommit that we are going to go ahead with our civil and civic duty as a political party. I am humbled and honored to be part of this journey, and I know the day is very soon when our tears are going to drop, not because of the brutality, but because God answered our prayers and our resilience delivered that new Uganda. On that note, and having congratulated the team Busoga, we have not reached Kamuli, and we are going to be in Kamuli. Yes. As requested, mine is to reaffirm our commitment. Mine is to reaffirm also my personal commitment to be on this trip, to be on this journey. And also, let us not go back to our closet. I want to call upon all the women of Uganda. You should have been in Busoga yesterday. Women with babies on their backs, running with us. I was propelled out of the comfort of a vehicle to run with these women. to run for Uganda, to run as a statement. We cannot keep silent. We cannot sit down anymore. We have to continue to not only make restless noises, but to act restless in terms of reclaiming our rightful space and reaching out to our people wherever they are. Your Excellency, with that, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to communicate. Please do not think this is an act of cowardice. We retreated. No, we retreated because it is the most civil thing to do. We are a political party that goes back to the drawing board and sits and we communicate. We also listen. Many of you are advising us. We listen. And thank you so much. Your Excellency, please come and give us that word of wisdom and light the fire!
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power! Our power! People power! Our power! NUP! Everywhere! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Abe Busoga we, mukurikeyo, bambi mwebale. Mwekaluya we, mwebale, mwena mwekaza. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Thank you very much, comrades. Please take your seats. Thank you, Madam Deputy President, Communist Secretary General, Leader of Opposition, Leader of our Opposition, of our parliamentary team, our National Mobilizer, Comrade Members of Parliament, other leaders, ladies and gentlemen, I salute you. So much has been said. I just want to add my voice appreciating the people of Busoga, the leaders of Busoga most importantly. Thank you very much. Thank you, the foot soldiers of Busoga, the supporters, the members. We salute you once again. Give them a big round of applause. The leaders headed by Comrade Kaluya, Honorable Mwiru, our deputy spokespersons of Busoga. You did an amazing job yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank the people of Busoga, the masses that showed up, braved tear gas, braved live bullets, braved intimidation to come and show us solidarity. Thank you very much. We don't take it for granted. That is what the regime fears. They fear people. They fear the truth. And every time you come out in large numbers, you confirm to us that what we're believing in is not wrong. We salute you. Thank you very much. The people of Kamuli, although we were blocked from reaching you, but please know that we saw the solidarity that you were preparing to show us. We salute you. Our leaders were arrested in Kamuli, and I'll talk about that later. But we thank the people of Kamuli for always standing on the right side of history, for always refusing to be slaves in their land. We salute you. Thank you very much. I was not able to address you yesterday because we were blocked, we were tear gassed. Many of our comrades were arrested, some were, hurt. I watched with my eyes a baby girl fighting for her life in a taxi, where a police officer came and threw a tear gas canister in a taxi after blocking us. So many cars were parked behind because the road was blocked. No car could turn. They could not rush her in hospital. So I watched a baby fight for her life. But even the people among our teams that were trying to save the baby were being beat by the police. It's so shameless, shameful, but that's the country we're living in. But we salute all of you leaders that we were with in Kamuli. My message to the people of Kamuli. Number one, I am coming there and I will reach you by all necessary means. But before we come to you, I want you to know that we are not giving up. I want you to know that what you're supporting is legitimate, is moral. I want you to know that God is on your side, the law is on our side, and the people of Uganda are all on our side. Everybody is struggling for freedom, at least in our lifetime. And we shall see that day, God will. Don't be scared. These people are scared. You saw that we were able, they were trying to block us from reaching Kamuli. But we slowed down, which turned out to be an advantage because we were able to interact with almost the whole of Busoga, from Njeru all the way to Bupadengo. Buolero, that's near Bupadengo, isn't it? So to the people of Kamuli, don't give up. These people, one, they are scared because they know they are illegitimate. They cannot reason us out. They cannot give any reason, any moral reason for the things they're doing. So they resort to violence. They resort to brutality. They want to provoke us to violence. We are many. We are millions. But we refuse to be reduced to violence because we know violence only begets violence. Don't fear them. They cannot stand us if we choose to stand up. And this is what we always encourage you. They cannot. They had to solicit police officers from different police stations in Busoga so they can be able to contain us. They had to pick tear gas from all police stations in Busoga to ensure that they can contain us. We did not encourage people to take them on, and yet we can. We could, overcome them and go to Busoga, or to go to Kamuli. But we decided to be the moral people that we have always been. And I continue to encourage you to be non-violent, to be moral, but to be firm and not to accept to be enslaved on your own land. So my message to you continues to be that we are stronger than these immoral people. We are stronger than these rebels. And non-violence ultimately will win violence. So stand firm. To all the people of Uganda, now you know that if you rose, the whole of Uganda police was in Busoga. What if the people of Maka rose up? What if the people of other parts of Busoga rose up? What if the people in Kampala rose up? So bana bantu betu tubatiira bwerere singa tukera ku macha ne tumenka fena kaba kagwamu buku. Like I said, we shall come to Kamuli and we shall reach Kamuli. And that will not be very far from now. Yesterday, many of our comrades were arrested in Kamuli alone. More than 20 were arrested. But even before I talk about those, as I speak right now, our brother Bobi was arrested yesterday. Apparently, the outfits, the NUP and People Power outfits that we wear are now declared to be military uniforms. As we speak right now, an international award-winning fashion designer called Latif Madoi is in prison because he tailored an outfit for me. I wear the outfit. They are not arresting me because so much media is focused on me. But Latif is in prison and other fashion designers are in prison for making clothes for Ugandans. That is how timid they are. We protest them through music. That's why my music is banned in Uganda. We protest them through fashion. That's why now an international fashion designer that has brought so much pride to Uganda is in prison for tailoring an outfit for me. That is what this regime has reduced itself to. I encourage you to continue morally defying them, morally resisting, because the world is with us, and one day history will write about us. Not just those, I've already mentioned that yesterday
more than 20 of our staff members were arrested, including Sarah Mukisa, our administrative secretary, and the deputy head of the women wing, Rama Juma. Together with comrades like Shafi Adams, like Bobi Rush, and many others. I'm told that this morning they're being taken to court, and be sure that yet another, bogus charge is going to be slapped on them. But that is not new with this regime. They one day claimed that they found 2 machine guns in my room. Up to now, I don't know where those so-called machine guns of mine disappeared from. So we will stand firm. We will defy that injustice, and we will defeat that injustice, God willing. I will also remind you that just 2 days ago, I went to what is supposed to be the Uganda Human Rights Commission, headed by Ewan Wangadia. In 2018, December, I reported a case to the Uganda Human Rights Commission. I petitioned against the illegal blockage of my concerts. I am an artist, a professional artist, and the law in Uganda provides that everybody shall be free to exercise and, benefit from their work. But more than 5 years, I was not given a hearing. For the first time after more than 5 years, almost 6 years, the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission gave me a hearing. And I only spoke 2 statements, and I was shut up because the head of the Uganda Human Rights Commission does not want to listen to anything apart from the interests of General Museveni. And because we didn't have any option, we withdrew our petition from the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission. But I want to inform you today that that was not the end. That we went there not because we expected any positive results. We already know that all institutions of government have been captured by the regime. Every institution is serving General Museveni. We've told you before that when you're fighting against General Museveni, you're fighting against UPDF, you're fighting against the National Police, you're fighting against Bank of Uganda, and you're fighting against every other institution of state, including the Uganda Human Rights Commission. So I'm here to inform you that we are going to escalate this matter. Wangadia is not the end. We are going to petition all international human rights bodies, and we are going to seek many other remedies, including sanctions on Madam Wangadia, because she's supposed to be the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, fighting for human rights for Ugandans, but she's the #1 violator of human rights. When the families of the people that were abducted and still missing by the military, she claimed that these people are non-existent. Even when the Prime Minister of this regime came out and owned that she indeed knows where John Bosco Chibalama is, she saw him, Wangadia came out and said Chibalama is a ghost. So Wangadia is also a target for sanctions over violating human rights. Now, coming back to our tour, yes, so many of our people were hurt. So many of our people were arrested. Bullets were flying everywhere, even when we were non-violent. We encouraged our people to be non-violent, and that is going to be our way until we win. However, I'm here to also add a voice on what our Secretary General has mentioned. Yes, we've written a protest letter, not because we expect the police to be any moral. We wanted to go on record, and just after this press conference, our senior leaders are going to deliver that letter to the Inspector General of Police, to his office. And we hope that will shake them to sobriety. But even if they don't, we want to go on record, because we know that anybody that breaks the law will be personally liable. We want to go on record so that the law can go after all those people in their individual capacity. You know what happened to Kaihura, you know what happened to Kandiho, You know what happened to all these other people, but we want sanctions on every other human rights violator, to every other person in office that abuses their office. And we shall get that, inshallah. So, because they blocked us from reaching Kamuli, our nationwide tour has not yet started. We did not go to Bugweri today because we had to come here and make it clear to the nation and also engage the police, although we know it serves the dictator. So I hereby announce that tomorrow we are resuming our nationwide tour. Tomorrow we are going to Palisa. We are not breaking any law. We are not doing anything wrong. We are a legitimate political party. We are not committing any crime. While all other political parties are going about their business, we are being blocked. We know the regime fears us, but they don't have to embarrass themselves showing fear. There could be a few people in Uganda who still support the regime. Don't show them that you're so scared of us. So we are going about our work. Like I said, we're not committing any crime. Everybody else is going up. Every other political parties and other political actors are going about their business unhindered. Why are they blocking us? Even those that are doing illegal gatherings, for example, Museveni's son is a serving military officer who is barred by the law. He's forbidden by the law in engaging in partisan politics. But he goes around politicking and nobody touches him. But the police and the military are all deployed to stop us. We are going to go about our work. You have two options. Either to leave us, either to respect the law and leave us go about our work, or engage in your criminality and go on record, because you know that Uganda is not isolated from the rest of the world. The law will come for you. If the Ugandan law cannot get you, the international law will get you. If Ugandan institutions cannot get you, international institutions will get you. As for us, we shall continue doing what we're doing within the law, and we shall wait for you to put yourself in target for answering, because we know one day you'll have to answer internationally. Mu Luganda, njagala okubebaza mwenna abaganda bange, njagala okwebaza abakulembeze b'e Busoga olw'omulimu gw'ettendo. Njagala okwebaza bafusoja b'e Busoga olwa mobilization gye mwakoze n'okutukuuma. Njagala okwebaza abantu b'e Busoga olw'okuvaayo ne mweyiwa ku makubo. Abantu baatambudde okuviira ddala enjeru nga tetunaba na kusala nayo, ne bagumira tear gas, ne bagumira emiggo, ne bagumira amaswasa agabadde geesooza nga baagala okutulaga obumu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala bannange. Njagala okwebaza abantu b'e Kamuli. Kuba e Kamuli ate y'emiggo gyatandise mangu ne tear gas yatandise mangu. Naye ne mubeerawo ne mutulinda, kyanaku tetwasobodde batuukako, naye tujja batuukako mu ngeri yonna essaawa yonna. Meseji yange y'abantu b'e Kamuli, njagala obbajjukiza bannange, si mwe b'e Kamuli mwekka naye okwetoloola Uganda yonna. Mwalabye nti twasobodde okutambula nga tutambulira ku sipiidi 2 okuviira ddala enjeru ne tusala bridge ne tugira ddala paka ebuwoolera kumpi ne Bupadengo. Lwaki? Kubanga bano abasajja tebamalaako bwe muba muli bangi. Babadde balina okusolooza tiyagaasi mu Busoga yonna, babadde balina okusolooza abasirikale mu Busoga yonna, ate nabo nga babadde tebajja kumalako naffe kubanga twabadde mitwalo na mitwalo. Twasazeewo obutalwanagana nabo, twasazeewo obutasikangana nabo, ne tukyuka ne tudda e Kampala olw'ensonga zino wammanga. Okusookera ddala twabadde twagala kujja kwogerako n'eggwanga, twabadde twagala kujja okugenda ku rekodi okuwandiikira poliisi nga twemulugunya nga twekalakasa tubalage ebikyamu bye bali mukola, so that tugenda on record. Bino ebintu bye tukola titubikola kubanga twagala bano abantu bakyuse empisa. Nedda, tumanyi nabo balagirwa bulagirwa kubanga Uganda efugibwa family emu. Museveni bw'aba atya NUP ne People Power ajja kubalagira bakole buli kyabusibu kye bakola. Ne twagala tugende ku record kubanga tumanyi ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ezo ebbaluwa zonna ziveeyo. Tumanyi ekiseera kigenda kutuuka buli akoze ekikolobero ye ng'omuntu anoonyezebwe. tuvola tugenda ku record tuli basanyufu nnyo era Katonda yatuyamba nnyo ti generation yaffe is a modern generation. Everything is on record, everything is on live, everything is on camera. So none of those human rights violators will run away because nabadde njogera Luganda. So njagala bebaza abantu b'e Kamuli, njagala mumanye nti mmwe nga bwe mwabadde abantu b'e Busoga ate kyetaaga poliisi yonna kuvaayo eyo. Abaffe singa ekyabadde Busoga kibeere Busia ne kibeera mu Northern Uganda ne kibeera Bugisu ne kibeera Buganda ne kibeera buli wamu kaba kaweddemu. Bino bye tukola twagala bibalage baganda bange nti namwe bwe munaayimuka buli wamu bano tuba tugenda Bagala. So tuba tugenda ba stretchinga mu Luganda kigambo kyekiri ekya stretching. Tuba tugenda baleeguula mu lusanyu mu Luganda. Andi baire nenda ko balusoga na ata mu Luganda bano tuba tugenda baleeguula. So nenda tubaleeguule bana nenda tuba stretching Mulusoka kuba kugala nenda tubagale bana abaganda mbaire ntegeza kubagala kina chobana tena byona byala. So tukisobolera ddala we can stretch this regime. All oppressed people have only liberated themselves by rising at the same time. They cannot come and suppress the people in Busoga at the same time in Buganda, at the same time in Ankole. We need to pick from this that we are doing. So when mulabanga chikutte Busoga, mwabe Buganda temulinanga kute mutulinanga bagamba. Mwabe Ankole temutulinanga bagamba. But for now, njagala nnyo okubebaza. Mbadde ngamba nti nalabye omwana omuto ng'alwana okuwona. Simanyi oba bebi oyo yawonye kubanga omusirikale yazze nasula tiyagasi mu taxi. Ate ng'emmotoka zeesibye emabega ekkubo baligadde tebalina bwe bataasibwa. Katonda akkirize omwana oyo abe nga yawonye. Naye era bangi nnyo abafudde bwe batyo malabe bakuba tiyagasi bamukuba mu nnyumba z'abantu bamukuba mu bakadde. Eyo enkola ya Museveni basebo ne bannyabo. Bakutte abantu baffe bangi naye nga sinayogera nakube bakutte wano wendi wano wetwogerera banaffe bangi bali mu kkomera. Mwalabye design akikiridde Uganda ku platform nnyo okwetoola ensi yonna. Bamukutte ne bamusiba kubanga yatungira ekyambalo. Nze ayambala ekyambalo kye nabaddemu n'ekyo kye nabaddemu naye bamukutte nga bagamba yatungidde Kyagulanyi ekyambalo. So bwe bw'obuwumba tuutu oba regimu eno bwetuseeko basebo ne bannyabo. Nolalo mbaire ennumya Lusoga tinekyo ekyo kya Lusoga. Nze neeyogerera Lusoga lwange nave sisobola kuba wano nga sibajjukiza nti bannange mujjukira nti emyaka egisukka mu 5 egiyise twatwala okwemulugunya kwaffe mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu kati akakulirwa omukyala gwe bayita Wangadya. Naye nga bwe mumulabye ng'abantu babawamba ye n'agamba abo tebaliyo nga famire ya Kibalama n'abalala bagenda ne batwalayo ne ID ne national ID z'abantu baabwe abawambibwa ne bagamba nti kiwanda nti abo abantu tebaliyo. Ne Nabanja Prime Minister Museveni nga yavaayo n'agamba Kibalama kituufu bamuyina. Ye Wangadya yagamba Kibalama si muntu muzimu. Kakati omuntu w'obwongo obwo n'endowooza eyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Simanyi oba alina abaana, simanyi oba maama, naye oyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu oba zino tribunals zo zirina n'okukola faster than the courts of law. Tribunals like the Uganda Human Rights Commission are supposed to solve human rights violations faster than courts of law. But you will notice that more than 5 years since I petitioned the Uganda Human Rights Commission, they had never given me a hearing. And when they gave me a hearing, I went there, I did not even speak 2 sentences, and she shut me up because she's not willing to listen to anything other than what she wants. Yeah. Bamala emyaka 5 nga tebampadde mukisa kujja kutanya nsonga yange mu kakiiko ako. Ne bwe bampisa oluvannyuma lw'emyaka egigenda mu 6 saayogedde statement ziwera 2 nabadde ntandika okwogera nansirisa kuba yayagala kuwulira byayagala. n'olw'ensonga eyo omusango gwaffe twaguggyeyo kubanga akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu mu Uganda tekakuuma ddembe ly'abantu wabula kalinyirira ddembe ly'abantu. Naye nyina essanyu bategeeza nti teryakomye ku Wangadya. Waliwo platform nyingi nnyo okwetooloola ensi ezirwanira eddembe ly'obuntu. Munajjukira nti Wangadya baamugobako mu kakiiko k'ensi yonna akaddembe ly'obuntu olw'ebikolebwa mu Uganda. Kati njagala bategeeza nti Wangadya yennyini tugenda mutwala mu bukiiko obw'eddembe ly'obuntu obwetoolodde ensi yonna kuba yakulembera abatyobola eddembe ly'obuntu. Era omukyalo oyo naye nga bwe mulaba Anita Amongo bwe twamututte mu platforms eziri international n'asibwako nati twagala ne Wangadya atekebweko sanctions kuba yasinga okulinyirira eddembe ly'obuntu. Yenyigidde mu kutulugunya abantu kubanga bw'oba gwe ofiisi yo yevunaanyizibwa ku ddembe ly'abantu ate nga gw'obikkirira abatulugunya abantu, naawe Wangadya otulugunya abantu. Madamu Wangadya, you're one of the human rights violators and we're taking you to international platforms. We want sanctions against you. Kino sagadde kimukweka. Wangadya kankikutere mu Luganda naawe gw'omu kubanyigiriza kubalinyira eddembe ly'obuntu era naawe twagala otekebweko natti nga bakama abo ate tumanye ekyo kijja kutuukirira. Kati nga nzeeyo kutuwa yaffe bwewaawo bannaffe bangi nnyo bakwatibwa nga mwe muli ne administrative secretary waffe madamu Sara Mukisa, mwe muli amyuka akulira abakyala mu NUP comrade Rwama Juma, mwe muli baganda baffe nga Bobi nga Bashafi Adams n'abalala. Toto y'abantu 20 abakwatiddwa. Tegeezebwa nti ku makya baganye okubawa bondi era babasindise mu kooti. Kati kyonna kimusobola okukola mujja kikola, naye tujja kuba free, tujja bagoba, tujja kufuna eddembe lyaffe, tujja kweyagalira mu nsi yaffe, ate mujja bisasulira byonna bimukoze. Bawagulu nga mbategeeza nti yes, olunaku lwaleero twabadde tulina kubeera bugweri, tetwagenzeeyo kuba twabadde tulina okukomawo tuwandike ebbaluwa eyo tugende ku record twogere n'eggwanga bamanye kye tuliko. Olunaku lw'enkya tukeera kuzambala tugenda Palisa. Nationwide tour yaffe egendagenda maaso. Tetulina musango gwe tukola, tetulina tteeka lye tumenya, tetulina kintu kye twonoona. Buli kimu tukikolera mu mateeka kubanga tuli kibiina ekiwandiise mu mateeka. Ekironde ffe tulina n'okuba nga tukulembera eggwanga lino. Museveni is an illegitimate president. He is not the president of Uganda. He is a bandit that took over our country 38 years ago, and every 5 years he organizes sham elections. But even in the 2021 sham elections, we defeated him. So he's illegitimate. However, we are being non-violent and we're doing everything within the law because we know we are on the right side of history. We are on the right side of the law. So we are going to Palisa tomorrow. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Palisa lunaku lwankya bonna mbagambe.
Olutalo ngalu. Questions?
Shalom Television Uganda, subscribe to the channel, kwata ku kire tutambule.
Tuliyambale
ngule.
Olutalo ngaluwedde.
Byonna byonna ogenda kwefuula ku Shalom Television Uganda.
Tulivimba mu Uganda.
Tugambe byonna kwefuula ku Shalom Television Uganda. Subscribe to the channel,
Mwetyamire.
on notification.
Olusogologere bukalamu.
Subscribe to the channel tutambule. Dr. Enza
Sabira okukala
kulungi. President ajja Palisa mbagambe bakubira okusimba tegeze bakunge bandize president mubungi ate basimbe ku Busoga.
You have had, I will now take questions straight away because we are behind the schedule. We will take 3 questions. Any question? You have elaborated very well. Okay, I will have my brother from NTV, and then I saw someone behind, but we are the same company. Spark and NTV.
Tell them
Okay,
all.
let me have you.
Palisa tomorrow. President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu abasalako. Dr. Enza bagenda kuba waliwo ku kamera ku channel eno yennyini kwolabira ebintu bino. N'olwensonga eyo subscribe to the channel kwate ku kino such that you can call it live ofunira ku notification. Nabanoono.
Raymond Tamale from NTV.
Tuwulize ebibuuzo.
Mukulu Kyagulanyi, ekibuuzo kya Bobi tokizeemu bulungi mu Buganda. Badde njagala kutegeera mmwe nga ba NUP mwogera ki ku nsonga ya Bobi. Poliisi ebudde negamba nti bamukutte n'ebyambalo ebyefaanyiza eby'amagye era kati ali mikono gya jjati. mwenga bekibiina, are you going to follow process okaba nga mujjayo kubanga tekiddako bayinza oba nga mutwala mu kooti y'amagye?
Second question. Second question. They are over. Any other question?
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
No
subscribe
questions.
to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
The question was about Bobi, and I will ask the president to come and give us a reply to that, because it goes as far as.
All of you know that in 2021, comrades were arrested. Many of them are still in prison. They were presented to a military court, and their was wearing this beret. According to Uganda Police and Uganda People's Defense Forces, this is a military uniform. This is a military uniform. Anybody put this? Come here. According to Uganda Police, this is a military uniform. And many of our colleagues are in prison for dressing like that. According to them, this is a military hat. And hundreds of our supporters are in prison for wearing this. Actually, many were just picked off the streets, taken to the military detention. They have berets that they've confiscated from us. They took their picture and they charged them in the military court for wearing military uniform. Now, you've just told us that police yesterday said that having found Bobi with berets like the one I'm wearing now before you, and suits like the one I'm wearing, only that his were red. He was arrested and now he's detained at JAT. JAT in full is Joint Anti-Terrorism. That is where he's detained for dressing, for having such attire. I am wearing that attire now in full view of cameras, and we wear it. They've not arrested me because they know that they are wrong. They are using that to intimidate our people. Like I told you, music is so powerful, that is why they banned my music. That is why our comrade Marinos was arrested and raped by the military as a punishment for playing my music loud. Fashion is a way of protest. We dress the way we dress because we don't fight with guns, but we beat them by dressing this way and showing up. And before long, we'll even go to discover a new walking style. Those are our new youthful ways of protesting. So the regime is trying as much as possible to fight any kind of non-violent protest. These are some of our ways of non-violent protest. So the arrest of Bobi is not only stupid, but it's illegal. And it puts the regime to shame. But again, putting him in joint anti-terrorism detention exposes them even further. We know before long they're going to charge him in the military court, like they charged most of our supporters. Remember that terrorists, rebels that are caught with guns, that have killed people, are not presented in a military court. They're not taken to the court martial. They're taken to an ordinary court, to a magistrate court. But our supporters and our members are taken to the military court. Why? Because they want to plant fear in us. They want to make it abominable for anybody to associate with us. But we say they are joking. We will not stop. I encourage all of you to dress in red, to put on red overalls, to put on the way I'm putting on, because it is not against the law. We have challenged them to adduce evidence and convict us for wearing the way we're wearing. But because they know they cannot convict us, they know it is not illegal to dress the way we are dressing. We know the law. And we know the difference between military uniforms and our attires. But they use it for politics. Like I said, all institutions have been captured, including the military and police. That's why they behave that way. We stand with Bobi Young. We pray for him, and we continue to demand for his unconditional release, because he's not a criminal. It is Museveni and his regime that are criminals. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I must also add that many people put on military uniforms, and you see them. You see them. You've seen many of NRM MPs wearing full military uniforms with pips. You've seen artists dressed in military uniforms. But for us, it's a different story, because we are so feared by the regime. Konsonga ya Bobi Yanga, mwena mujjukira nti mu kalulu ka 2021 bakwata abantu baffe bangi nnyo ne babatulugunya ne babasibanga n'abalala bakyali mu kkomera. Tebabatwala mu kkooti y'abantu ba bulijjo, babatwala mu kkooti y'amagye, kubanga babasanga n'enkofiira eringa eyange, babasanga nga bambadde engoye eziringa ezange. Era Bobi Yanga bamukutte lwa nkofiira eno n'engoye ezifaanana ng'ezange lwakubanga ezize zabadde myufu, ne bagamba bamusanze n'engoye z'amagye. Naye nga mumanyi bulungi nti waliwo abantu abambala engoye z'amagye zennyini, ne kubanga bakolera regimu eno bo tebabakwatako. Mubalabye balirya n'abeeba and mwenda n'aba artist bangi bambala engoye z'amagye ne babalika. Naye ffe bajja ne bakwata abantu baffe ne babasiba kubanga bagamba nti bambadde engoye ezifaanana ez'amagye. So okusinziira ku poliisi ya Uganda, ono bwe bamusanga balaba w'amagye. Yes, tuli b'amagye, naye amagye gaffe si gaabatemu ng'agaba Museveni. Fe agaffe gali non-violent. Naye engeri gye ttambulamu tubayita nabo foot soldiers. Before long, ogwo nagwo gujja kufuuka musango. So ensonga gye bakwatidde Bobi Yanga teri mu mateeka n'omulundi n'ogumu. Bagezaako bateekamu fear, bagezaako bateekamu kutya, bakifuule kikolobero ky'amaanyi, bakifuule kintu kya bulabe nnyo 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 okwesembereza NUP. Ne tubagamba mulimba. Tugenda mu maaso n'okuwagira Bobi Yanga kubanga talina musango gwe yazizza. Nammwe mwenna okwambala ovulunga eyaffe ogwo si musango. Temuliza bano gavumenti ya Museveni n'abo beesasula abeekweka muffe abajja ne bavumirira ovulo zaffe kubanga bazitya. Mwongere okwambala bwe mutyo, ffe twekalakaasa mu sitayiro za njawulo. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyimba, kyobola b'ennyimba zaffe baziwera. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyambala, kyobola n'ennyambala zaffe baziwera. Bajja na kutuuka okwagala okukyusa engeri gye tutambula oba engeri gye tusalamu enviri zaffe. Mwalaba bulungi nnyo omu ku baali bakansala baffe e Masaka nga yeyambala nga Bobi Yanga yennyini bwe yeyambala, n'agenda n'ayimirira mu maaso ga dictator Museveni. Baamukola ki? Baamukwata. Mulaba nti uniformu zaffe zennyini ze batubbako oba ze batuwambako wane Kamotya ne ze baawamba ku bantu baffe abakola naffe, zennyini ze bawa abantu ne babaplanti ngawo ne bagamba ffe tuli ba NUP naye tuwagira Museveni. Abo babeera baffere naye nga babambaza uniformu zaffe. Naye ne kansala gwe baagula e Masaka yeyambala full attire eya people power, n'agenda n'ayimirira amaaso ga Museveni. Abaffe awo mwali musibye amaaso, awo mwali temulaba. So ebyo bavuna na Bobi Yanga byonna njagala okubeera polite, naye ekigambo ekituufu nandigambye nti bya kisiru era talina musango, era tuyimiridde naye, era tujagenda maaso nga twambala engoye zaffe kubanga tetumenya amateeka. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda, people power, our power. NUP
tuze kwekalakaza poliisi enkya tomorrow palisa
Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala. Thank you very much for the
Tomorrow is Palisa.
God bless you.
Palisa, tomorrow Palisa, subscribe to the channel. Abantu bonna mubanyonyole babulira amazima nti mwategedde enkya Palisa. Enkya Palisa bonna mubagambe genda social media buli wantu wonna mupositinga abantu banyonyola ekituufu buli wantu wonna wonna mutuukeewo mwogere ensonga zino mu bantu abantu bakitegeere. Tomorrow is Palisa. Uri kusha television Uganda, Dr. Enzymes encourages the president and so azogedde bulungi nnyini ddala nga bwe muziwulidde. Mpuluza nange sigenda kuwerekereza.